Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money Channel. XRP continuing to make its way up, guys. You can see that right here. Continuing to form this Nike swoosh pattern is what we're seeing here on the charts. That's a terrible looking Nike swoosh. Nevertheless, the trend is continuing to make its way up. XRP did see some price declines over the last several days, but it has rebounded. You guys can see that here on the hourly. We can see a bit of a rebound here since yesterday morning. So the last 24 hours has been fairly positive for XRP. I mean, we've been seeing this more or less all over the crypto market. Bitcoin right now, too, is up. And, since yesterday's video, we did see that bullish pennant pattern play out quite nicely here. Bitcoin did move up yesterday, create another bullish pennant pattern, and is looking like it is creating yet another bullish pennant pattern today. So we've even got Bitcoin trading right now at about 26,500. We've needed this. I mean, I'm not going to lie, we have needed this because there has been so much negativity in the space, and it's basically been brought on by the news, the negative sentiment that has been pushed forth. I mean, fortunately for us, the Hinman documents have revealed quite a bit, and ironically, hasn't been so great for XRP, even though, the Hinman documents are directly related to the XRP, the Ripple XRP case. I think in the XRP community, we were expecting a whole lot more, but it is good because ultimately the SEC is being exposed. We're also seeing a lot of other coins start to rebound too, like Algorand. Algorand has been one of those ones that has been hit quite hard. We can see Algorand here even coming up out of that funk right now, trading at about 12 cents. I still think it is a great time to, get into some of these cryptocurrencies. What about XLM? Let's take a look at XLM real quickly here. XLM rebounding too, coming out of support down in here. So the crypto market is looking fairly positive. Brad Garlinghouse too even made a statement yesterday, trying something new, some thoughts from me on the event, specifically the release of the Hinman documents of this week. For me, this has all had a personal bent to it, and I feel like it warranted some personal comments. So Brad Garlinghouse did come out yesterday and make a 4-minute video. I will link it in the description of this video. I'm not going to play it for you guys. I'm sure many of you have probably already seen it. Yassine Mobarak here saying, even if you are not a fan of Ripple, you have to respect the way they never allowed themselves to be intimidated by the SEC and succumb to the SEC's unlawful and unjust demands. Ripple never folded. Ripple fought with everything they have because they understood from day one this was bigger than just them. That's more than I can say for once industry darlings like BlockFi, Kraken, and Coinbase in the early days. Thank you to Ripple, Brad Garlinghouse, Stuart Alderati, and Chris Larson for never surrendering and never giving in to a bully. Now, I mean, Ripple has so many other things on the go. They're also fortunate enough to have deep enough pockets to have been able to defend themselves against the SEC. For many of these companies, they just don't have the resources. So, LBRY is a good point in case. They got decimated and then they went bankrupt for all intents and purposes. I think they're still a company, but they're working in such a fraction of the capacity that they were working in before. So, Brad Garlinghouse came out with this heartfelt statement, and I do believe everybody should watch it. He does thank the XRP community. Anthony Welfare here also saying, powerful message from our CEO. The SEC is looking to kill crypto innovation in the United States. So here are just some points from Brad's video clip here. The definition of putting politics over people. They knowingly created confusion about the rules. So please watch and share this video. Anthony Welfare, for those of you guys who do not know, is an employee of Ripple. Rathab Kahneman also commenting on this. There were a lot of people commenting on this video yesterday. I think it did really resonate with many in the XRP community. Shots fired. This is remarkable. Ripple trying the case in court of public opinion. Pure political pressure without direct accusation. Brad points out Hinman received millions of dollars of law firm part of an alliance with others and had a vested interest in the speech. So we know there was a lot that was uncovered with these documents. The unsealing presents the opportunity to point out the regulatory confusion, ostensibly from a position of we're at the end, but look at what it's doing to the industry. I don't think it can sway the case, but it can affect congressional perception. So for XRP hodlers, I guess, the silver lining again is that we hold XRP. We're at the end of this in terms of the lawsuit affecting our particular coin. But many other coins now are going to be affected, like coins like Solana, for example, and Cardano, for example. I mean, even Solana has moved up a little bit. It did not retrace to those lows that we saw back in December after the FTX collapse. ADA, though, did not fare as well. ADA did retrace into this supply zone. Right now it's trading at 26.8, so roughly 20, just under 27 cents. But these were two coins that were really rocking and rolling in the last bull run. Top 10 coins, okay? Cardano today sits at number 7, and Solana today sits at number 10. And so what is going to happen to these coins? I feel like maybe the SEC is trying to, play a bit of a game on us, attack some of these more popular cryptocurrencies in hopes that these ones do not rally in the next bull run. And so I keep saying, guys, diversify, diversify, diversify. This is my new mindset going into this coming bull run. I mean, sure, I still hold my positions in XRP and Algorand and a few other cryptocurrencies. But on my Patreon, I'm going to be talking about other coins, and I'm going to let you guys know at what entry point I got into some of these coins. I'm going to talk about down cost averaging into these coins. But more importantly, I think you guys are interested in my trades and when I'm going to be trading these coins. Okay, so when I buy, when I sell, ultimately the plan moving forward and making profit along the way. So for only $5 a month, I think it's pretty good value. You can follow my trading journey and, hopefully we can make a lot of profit this coming bull run because, the SEC has really stifled a lot of these cryptocurrencies. Like I said, Solana, Cardano, I'm sure, many of you guys maybe hold positions in those particular coins. Matic is another one. So what is the strategy now moving forward? Well, we got to switch it up a bit. XRP Captain even here saying, boom, Brad Garlinghouse says ultimately our lawsuit comes to an end. For so many others, it's just starting. And also, Brad, thanks to all the Ripple members and family and XRP army as well. Love you, man. So many people coming out and congratulating Brad Garlinghouse. I got to say thank you, Brad, for everything you're doing as well. This is a combined effort. The XRP army, the people at Ripple, and everybody building on the XRP ledger. This is what's ultimately going to be making all of our dreams a reality moving forward. Stuart Alderoty also came out yesterday in an interview with CoinDesk, and I almost feel like his interview got a bit overshadowed by the Brad Garlinghouse video clip that came out on Twitter yesterday. But anyway, here's what Stuart Alderoty had to say with regards to the Hinman docs and Ripple's current position in and amongst this legal landscape, still waiting on the Torres verdict.
Is this what you expected to uncover in these documents?
Yeah, now we have seen, we got access to these documents last year and the judge has seen them. The new news here is the judge on her 7th court order relating to these documents said that the public deserves to see these documents. But yes, this corroborates a number of very important, relevant things or things that are relevant to our case. One, that when the law is faithfully applied, when you faithfully apply the statute in the famous 1946 Supreme Court case known as Howey, the SEC has no case. 2, it confirms that the SEC fostered regulatory confusion in the marketplace. They knew the marketplace was confused, and they took steps to deliberately aggravate that confusion. And I think that goes to what's known as the fair notice defense, that folks of ordinary intelligence did not have fair notice about how the SEC was going to apply what they believe to be the law to this industry. And lastly, we shouldn't forget that in addition to suing Ripple, the SEC in December of 2020, I think as a last-ditch effort to bring maximum leverage on the company, sued our founder and our CEO personally, alleging that they were reckless in allowing Ripple to distribute the digital asset XRP in the way they did. And to establish recklessness, you have to prove that the individual either knew or recklessly disregarded what the law was. And we've now confirmed that that is an outrageous allegation, because at best, the SEC were debating internally what the law was. At worst, they knew what the law was and they distorted the law to create this confusion in the marketplace.
So the allegations becoming clearer and clearer, and Stuart Alderoty has never had a problem really accusing the SEC of these things before, but now I think now more than ever, because we all have seen the Hinman documents, it just makes more sense. Ripple's team had seen the documents a year ago, but now they can actually come out and make some statements because the public has also seen the document. So I wanted to thank RizXRP for posting that. I mean, I didn't really get this from this, but I guess yesterday was Friday, and the legal minds in the XRP community were hoping to see a ruling, including Fred Rispoli. Hoped Judge Torres's ruling would have been out this week now that the pleadings were filed. It's past 4 p.m. on the East Coast, and federal court staff usually starts packing up and leaving for the weekend around this time. Okay, maybe next week. Jeremy Hogan here also pointing it out. No ruling in the SEC versus Ripple verdict, in the Ripple versus SEC case this week, but you now have permission to wait with bated breath every Thursday or Friday from now on. So ordered. The excitement is building into the end of every week this summer, says Oscar Arnerson here on Twitter. XRP Crypto Wolf also saying, the XRP lawsuit can end any Thursday or Friday from now on. So, these are, kind of the dates roughly. What we're looking at now, still waiting with bated breath. Of course, Judge Torres has to come out with a verdict. Luckily for us, Ripple keeps building and their partners keep building as well. Matthew Lany with this new update. Indusland Bank partners with Wise Platform to bring low cost and quick international payments into India, guys. So IndusInd Bank is a Ripple partner, and so is the Wise Platform. They just announced their integration in India with IndusInd Bank. The partnership will give non-residents, Indian residents, living abroad faster, cheaper, and more convenient international transfers to India, available directly in the Indus Fast Remit platform. So likely running on RippleNet, considering we're dealing with two Ripple partners here. Powered by Wise Platform's easy-to-use APIs, IndusInd Bank NRI customers can seamlessly send money from USD to SGD to the recipients in India with no exchange rate markups or hidden fees. This is a hallmark of any kind of blockchain ledger. We know that they can leverage XRP for the liquidity to find an avenue to exchange through exotic currency rails. Customers gain access to Wise's lightning-fast transactions, where around 55% of payments through Wise are instant, and get full visibility over the payment status and estimated arrival time, all entirely online without needing to visit a physical branch. So, this is a reality now. Post beer flu world, this is a reality. We are seeing, more people transferring money without the need to go into a physical branch. I really do wonder what, all the MoneyGram and Western Union locations are going to do now. I haven't seen them really close up shop, but I'm assuming they are, considering this is, the new method moving forward, moving money globally. And, in a lot of these cases, the limits are up to $10,000. So I don't know, have you guys noticed any of those physical branches, closing up shop in your neighborhoods where you live? Let me know down in the comments, or you can tag me on Twitter, WorkingMoneyCH on Twitter. Anyway, wanted to thank Matt for posting that. Guys, I also happen to see this from dLocal, okay? Another confirmed Ripple partner. This just came out a couple of days ago. dLocal engages with the Argentinian authorities and announces further investments in the country. So dLocal is touted as being a technology-first payments platform enabling global enterprise merchants to connect with billions of customers in emerging markets. And now they're discussing creative engagement with senior representatives of the Argentinian federal government to discuss, among other matters, the manner in which dLocal operates in the country. So we could see another partner permeating another country, namely Argentina in this case, including dLocal's compliance with foreign exchange regulations. The government representatives understood the importance of the services that dLocal provides, and dLocal is engaging proactively. Given the magnitude of dLocal's business in Argentina, dLocal intends to show additional economic substance with its plan to hire approximately 100 people over the next 1 year and 300 people in the medium term in the country. In addition, dLocal intends to make an aggregate investment of about $100 million in Argentina, including through locally issued Argentinian federal government bonds, US dollars linked, that may be used locally to fulfill operating expenses and local investments according to the company's strategy. So they are not only looking for a license, but they're also looking to invest in Argentina specifically. So you got to remember, a lot of these companies already have, a focused segment of the population that they, that they do the majority of their business with. So I'm sure, at the beginning it was very strategic for Ripple to pick and choose, their partners wisely, right? dLocal, big in Argentina, so we'll work with them for maybe Argentina and some other South American countries. Flutterwave, big in Africa, so maybe we'll work with them, for those corridors, whatever countries that they service most, so on and so forth. And so it is looking like this is the strategy that Ripple has been using, and it has thus been very successful, I got to say. Also wanted to mention this from Utility FTW on Twitter, XRP Studio. He was wondering about this when we got that news of the PeerSys Colombia announcement the other day. Yeah, Ripple's going to be working with the Central Bank of Colombia. He happened upon the PeerSys website and found this XRP Studio coming soon. And so he was wondering what this was. I did a little bit more research here and found this basically an NFT platform for XRP. XRP Studio is the easiest, most elegant, and agile way for artists creating drafts, collections, and launch them in a personalized way without any programming knowledge. Finest collections are released in XRP Studio. So that is just another application that is going to be running on the XRP ledger for those of you guys interested in the NFT world. Another platform here, guys, XRP Studio, going to be integrated with PeerSys. So I hope that answers a few unanswered questions. Now that we have Brad Garlinghouse coming out, essentially addressing the Hinman emails that came out this week and the direction Ripple is moving in, I think us as XRP hodlers are very confident that we are going to make our way. I think we're going to have a positive experience moving forward. But, you know, all the other cryptocurrencies are still kind of in the lurch. And some of you guys I know are very positive on XLM as well as XRP. Now, I mean, I don't talk about XLM a lot on this channel. Full disclosure, I do not currently hold any XLM. That is not to say that I might not purchase some in the future. That would be some content probably for my patrons. But I wanted to bring this point up, and I got to give total credit to Cypress Domanicore here. Some insight on perhaps another company that is working with the SEC. So I wanted to bring up some of those highlights here, guys. A couple of days ago, Stellar posted this, okay? A Blockworks article mentioning this company, Franklin Templeton Investments, a stablecoin with yield tokenized funds, perhaps just the start for this fund giant. Now, Franklin Templeton Investments, they're a capital market company. They're an American multinational holdings company that together with its subsidiaries is referred to as Franklin Templeton. It is a global investments firm in New York, founded in 1947 as Franklin Distributors. Now, they have $1.53 trillion assets under management, and that number was as of 2021, so fairly recent. Some more information down here about this company. Obviously, these guys are looking to get into new technology. In 2021, Franklin Templeton introduced a money market fund that used a public blockchain to record transactions. This marked the beginning of the financial institution's exploration of cryptocurrency underlying technology. So, I mean, this is an interesting article, I gotta say. I will link this in the description if you want to read the full thing. But here's where it gets pretty interesting, okay? Roger Bastin, head of digital assets at Franklin Templeton, told Blockworks the company is working with the SEC to unlock a rich set of features that blockchain tech enables for mutual funds, including efficiency gains and, in turn, potentially lower fees. Working with cryptocurrencies' underlying technologies and dealing with lower fees? Well, probably not Bitcoin. On top of which, Cypress Domanicore also noted this, Mr. Mann's tweet, Danelle Dixon, Stellar, and Jenny Johnson of Franklin Templeton discussing, you guessed it, regulations. Okay, listen to this.
They're doing great. So what can we in the blockchain and crypto space learn from someone who has been in this space for been in the financial services space for as long as you have, and we can maybe do a little differently?
Look, in the end, this will be regulated. It's frustrating. There's not clarity. It's always hard to, if you're playing a game and you don't know what the rules are, that can be difficult. But I think we have to, work constructively with the regulators because it's coming, right? Because it's going to be the core to financial services.
Regulation is going to be the core for financial services. This was posted on May the 8th, 2023, so about a month ago. But it's interesting to note, Danelle Dixon and a representative of Franklin Templeton together on this board talking about, you guessed it, regulation. From Franklin Templeton's press release dated April 24th, 2023, they announced the Franklin On-Chain U.S. Government Money Fund, surpasses $270 million in assets under management. So they announced that fund on that day. It surpassed that amount on March the 31st. The fund's transfer agent maintains the official record of share ownership via a proprietary blockchain integrated system that currently utilizes the Stellar blockchain network for transaction activity. So Franklin Templeton stating here in this press release that they are using Stellar, not really a partnership that has been very publicized, but now looking back at the clues and going into this, I mean, we wouldn't have known this unless we knew to look for it. So again, wanted to thank Cypress Domanicore here just for posting that. The fund is the first U.S. registered fund to use a public blockchain to process transactions and record share ownership and is available via the Benji investment app. So guys, Franklin Templeton currently running on Stellar, a company that is quite explicit that they're working with the SEC to unlock a rich set of features. Now, I mean, I can get into all kinds of theories about Jed McCaleb, his relationship with Ripple. I mean, considering he was one of the original founders of Ripple. And I mean, we've asked ourselves, I mean, I know I've asked on this channel, why isn't Stellar also getting sued? Considering they are fundamentally, very similar to what Ripple's doing in XRP and the XLM token, very similar in structure. Considering Jed was, one of the original creators of XRP, along with David Schwartz. It does beg a lot of questions. Was ETHgate the only crypto scandal that's associated with the SEC? Or do they have deeper ties with XLM? Maybe more questions that we should be asking. That's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments, and I'll see you in the next one, guys.